Hey guys, this is Brian Sykes with AI Explore and the AI Lab. I'm going to introduce you to a product that's actually been around for a little bit, and the product is called Kive, Kive.ai. Now we're going to jump into this application in just a second, but Kive was introduced by a fellow by the name of Olof Lindh from Stockholm, Sweden. Olof was looking for a way to manage assets. As a creative professional, this is something that all of us have wrestled with. You might get a microsystem that manages it locally, but as soon as you begin integrating teams, this gets more convoluted and more complicated. And so Olof was looking to create a solution that's going to help this process along. So Kive is currently an AI-powered platform designed to assist creatives and teams in managing visual assets more effectively. There's really 4 key takeaways of this platform, and I'm going to tell you about these and then jump in and show you them. One is its AI-powered image tagging and search. This is pretty phenomenal. Number 2 is shared workspaces. Number 3 is creative asset management. So not only do you have a place to share this workspace and engage, but you have a way to manage it more efficiently and effectively. It's a centralized hub for all visual assets, enabling users to search for content based on image characteristics rather than file names. There's a winner for creatives all around. Number 4 is AI tools. It has the ability to do AI upscale, AI image generation, and frame extraction from videos to enhance creative output. This is my personal platform. Inside of here is the Brian Sykes workspace. And so you see right away, we come to Discover. And inside of Discover, what we're able to look at across the top here, it tells you cinematic, commercial, photography, styling, ads, architecture, graphic, and interior. It's a basic breakdown of different visual assets that you might be interested in looking for. And these are assets that other people have created. And you notice that there's contributors, boards, and items. And under contributors, I can scroll through and I can take a look at works by other contributors. I can also go to boards and see where people have already created some collections, or the AI itself has created collections of things that you can kind of dig through and find of interest. So flowers and feelings, and as you kind of go through here, there's music video, humanity, kids, and each of these are collections of assets that you can be inspired by. We'll just click on one of these, flowers and feelings. No idea what's inside, but in clicking this, you'll see images that have been composed for photo shoots, and it allows you to just get some inspiration. So maybe from this collection, you might be like, okay, I kind of like what's happening with this. And when you select an image, you'll see on the left-hand side, it shows me all the colors that are a part of this collection. It gives me a breakdown of the description of this particular image. It tells me who the creator was. It gives me more information. So this is actually an AI generated image that Axel created. So that's underneath the Discovery tab. You can also type up here in the search bar something that you're looking for in particular. So abandoned underground corridor or warehouse, I could do a search for that. It takes a second and it shows me this collection of images. So it went quickly and filtered out all the different possibilities of things, and it shows me everything that it has in collection of these kind of images. You had the option of creating a story. Now with creation of a story, you're able to develop your assets from the ground up. Let me give you an example real fast. I could say create a new story, and it says create a new story with AI. You're asked for a description. Now you can choose to go with create an empty story, and you basically start from the ground up and build the whole thing. You can start with creating with AI, where you basically give it a prompt in a sense and say, this is the general idea I'm trying to convey, and AI will then lay out the structure and the flow of what it is you're trying to convey. Now I've actually gone through and done this with this right here. AI Easy from apprehensive to adept. And this is based around the idea of my AI lab, where I teach creative professionals how to use generative AI in their creative workflow. And with this, I explain to AI, my concept is AI with training wheels. So the idea was helping creatives as they begin engaging with this new space and figure out how to comfortably navigate it. And I gave it these details, and it began to lay out a structure that included headlines, body copy, and images that it generated. None of these things are fixed. I can go in at any point and edit any words that I want to. I can choose to modify the image that's a part of this visual. Now I can also do present, and present allows me to cycle through existing imagery and see the presentation as it's currently laid out, which is going to be the body copy with the supporting images that it has created. This is just a quick way to run through the presentation. You also have the option of sharing. So I'm able to take this entire presentation, click share, and it sends it almost like sharing a PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides or Keynote to someone else so they can look at and view the entire presentation as it was intended to be seen. On the left-hand side, so underneath Create Story, the next thing is Generate Image. With Generate Image, you can describe your image the same way you would if you were working with Midjourney, with Musaver, with Leonardo, with DALL-E. It's a way to create a descriptive prompt that's going to generate an image. And so below are some images that I've created. But before I jump into those, look at what you've got here. Describe your image, and you've got the option of square, landscape, or portrait. Then you can choose a styling. So general, analog, cinematic, modern, classic, Renaissance, storyboard, 3D character. Options are limited in this space. The quality of the image that you're going to generate is based on the quality of the description that you provided. The renders are actually quite nice. I'm going to scroll through and show you some of these that I've created. Maybe you were working on the next concept movie. Here I've got Hugh Jackman as a Marvel Wolverine, adamantium razor claws extended, running towards a flying Apache helicopter in attack mode. And problem is, it's kind of running away from it each time. So the AI generator is not perfect, but this is the nature of working with AI. Still, the quality is pretty spectacular. And you've got a range of styles, as you can see here. Here's something that's a lot more arty, and the explosive nature and the quality is rather good. And even storyboarding a scene. So this is a series of images that I did, and these are based off of George O'Keeffe working in her studio. Okay. So maybe you're trying to tell a story. You can use this as a quick way to produce images that can go along with the storyboarding that you're creating. Extract frames. Now, extracting frames inside of Kive is a really neat feature. What this does is, instead of you going into YouTube and watching Blade Runner 2049 and saying, okay, I like this scene with Harrison Ford, I want to stop this and I want to capture that and save it to my board, you can literally go to YouTube, grab the hard link for that file. So this is the hard link for that video, Blade Runner 2049, and submitting it, uploading the video, and it will extract a screen from each of the different settings in that particular movie that you're sharing with it. This is a really cool tool for extracting and creating assets. So I've actually extracted all of that movie and I put it in a folder called Locations. And so here you can see this is just from the movie trailer, but each different scene that's seen or found in that movie trailer was extracted. And so we've got all the different various scenes from that movie. This is really cool because you're able to get a visual, and it gives you the colors as mentioned. It tells you a description of the image, a man looking through a pair of binoculars. This is extracted from video. It's a JPEG 1920 by 800, and it tells me the date that it was done, what it's from, and this is really kind of a cool asset. It's a way for you to create visual assets for your storyboarding and your mood boarding later on. So if you're trying to create a visual and you're trying to describe things, this is a fast way to do that. In the same way, utilizing existing images is a fast way to kind of move people through a storyboard. Under video and under layout, these are other library collections that I've created. Under layout, you'll see that there's a series of things that are some magazines, there's a website, and then there's some other images. So what I'm able to do with these is, in my search and kind of digging through and finding things that I'm interested in, I'm able to find visual assets that can spur or inspire other directions. And so this is kind of nice. I love this punchy orange. It's similar to the brand colors that I've always used. And so I can find that color is FB7A40, and I can click copy that, and I can use that in other asset creation. Okay, so this is Kive. And as a tool, it can be a huge asset to creative professionals. Again, it's an AI-powered platform that's designed to assist creatives and teams in managing visual assets more efficiently. Enjoy. Hopefully this is an asset to you guys as creatives. Also, just to note, Kive is accessible via your browser and with your mobile devices and your smartphones. So this is going to allow you to work anywhere. Thanks again. This is Brian Sykes signing out. Hope to see you next time.
On the lookout for a solution. Brian with a solution.
Hello.